I have, I live in Silicon Valley, and it's not a matter of if you're going to be laid off. It's a matter of when will you be laid off, because that's just the cycle of the industry, of the companies, of how it works. Um, and through those times, I think the first time it happens, it's devastating. And then every time after that, you're like, all right, okay, I kind of get it. And through those times and those opportunities, I have found that defining what it is you're looking for in the next role. So, yes, it's easy to say, I had a team of 50 people, and I led senior managers, and I had, P&L responsibility, or whatever sort of was the things that you had done in the previous one. Say, I want to have this or better, otherwise I'm going backwards in my career. And what I have tried to do through those times of opportunities where I could, pivot, I can change, I could do something different. I said, okay, well, what is it I want to learn in my next role? And I look for those opportunities where I can grow as a leader, as an engineer, as a person, and really start to see, okay, what are those experiences I will get? I have taken jobs where the title and the size of the team was actually smaller than my previous job. And I have found that in some ways more fulfilling, because I've like, okay, I will able to learn something. It's a new technology, it's a new industry, it's a new space. And I can start to myself gain that experience. And so as I've done these, I've started to sort of translate, I guess, basically it's, what am I learning for each of these roles? Am I learning something new about myself as an engineer? Am I learning something new about an industry? All of that starts to build as a leader and, as a human, and how you interact with people. And so I think if you're framing it in what am I going to learn, the opportunities become a lot more, and you become more open to them. I am insatiably curious. I love to learn new things. I love to learn about new people. And so I find that by tapping into that part of who I am, it makes it more fulfilling in what the roles I get. And to be honest, it makes it less stressful, as I'm looking for those new opportunities.
I like that. What do I want to learn? Rather than, I think we tend to be very hung up about the title and the number of people you manage. I mean, I've been there too. Like, oh, I managed that amount of people. I don't want to go backwards. I actually went backwards, to be honest with you, Adriane, also, but in the same ladder, not sideways. I went backwards because I wanted the experience of working with a smaller company, like not a corporate, like a startup. And I went to a very small team. I managed a very small team. So yeah, I think just learning and getting different experiences, maybe learning, as you said, different technologies, I mean, that eventually help you grow.
It does. And some of the roles can be very impactful. When I went to Sweden, for example, the team I was leading was 30 or 40 engineers, and the team I led in Sweden was 6. But I was a CTO. I was, the impact I had was significantly larger than the role that I had when I was in the US. And so I really think it's, what is it you're learning? What is, what's the impact? How are you able to contribute? And I think that makes it much more fulfilling, less so than how many people, like you said, and what is the title of, your job.
For sure.